Running games with the real deal. Memphis boy watching how they being still. Greedy stones pushing rocks around the track. Calling up the prices, they ain't never getting back. Hate taking the list. In the language that I can't forget. Gold and silver, what they live reward. Now they pushing waves by hell start glowing. Blue chip pride feels spinning if you dare. Nothing but fools, gold hanging in the air. On up a game day, you can't ever win. Blue chip pride feels paying for your sin. Round and round, the head is so dough. Greedy souls, putting on the show. Blue chip pride feels step right up. Drink that drink from hell's own cup. Carnival box to watching gorgeous slash. Souls for worship, nothing but the cash. Pushing boulders with the chest of that. On this endless circular track. Wolf for free, got him by the throat. If the streets know how this story goes. Material things that came to God. Now they walking on the cursed side. So this pride feels slimming if you dare. Nothing but fools gold hanging in the air. Carnival game day, you can't ever win. You just pride feels paying for your sin. Round and round, the heavy stones go. Greedy souls, putting on a show. You just pride feels step right up. Drink that drink from hell's own cup. Can't take it when you're the drink home. Do this kind of what these souls become. Carnival moving to the river's edge. Time and crossing that watery ledge. Blue chip pride, still game is done. Woke up from complete time to run. Round and round, but we moving on. The river six before the dawn.
Troy Sheep Shoulders.
Oh, something. I'm here. I need to turn this down now. Otherwise it's going to loop. Welcome back, everybody. 8 o'clock on the 5th of November. Today would be a Wednesday? Question mark. Hope you're all doing well. Episode 292 of Scuffed Epoch Live with me, Drift Johnson. This is Latent Space Live on ScuffedEpoch.com with Origin AI. Don't forget to check out the links. Many of them are in the description. Check out the inside line on Discord. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining. Steve, what are you doing, man? See the picture through the bottom of the... Move me... Pan up. That'll do. Alright, that's good for now. I hope you're all doing well. Hello, Full Dive Media. I see you in the chat. Hello, how are you doing today? I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. We're still working on some of the stuff for the new stage. So I thought we'd do a little bit of fun on that today if we have time. And we're going to run through a couple of the changes. The new site's now fully up and running. Everything's working. I just screwed up one thing. It's really funny. The cron tab, if you're familiar with Linux, the cron tab list, it said... /user instead of my username, because I'm a classic copy paste pasta chef. And in the somewhere when I did the rescheduling for the news, it swapped over, so it's pretty funny. Hey Steve, I need to move to your left. Move to your left. No, not my left, your left. Keep going up a bit. All right, I think maybe come in a bit, actually, because we're like picture in picture. That'll do. We have to get rid of this pumpkin, man. You're supposed to clean up. Anyway. So, like I said, let's just get aligned. Thank you, Sharona, for bringing us in again. As always, she does a great job. The Sharona Dance Troupe, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Thank you very much. She's good. She does a great job. Now, let's get to the news. The news. Vestig. So, looks like we just had a new article post. Let's zoom in a little bit, shall we? So, what is Vestig? Well, it's an auto-generated news platform we made yesterday. Why does it say 8 hours until the next article? Really? Something seems up with the timing. It's supposed to do 6 posts a day, so they should be 4 hours apart. So I'm not quite sure why we're seeing... Wait a minute. No, it is genuinely 8 hours until the next one. Maybe it does. I don't know. I can't understand that. Has it tried to fit all of the posts into a single day? I guess it has. Well, I guess it gives some time for the new news to be written, doesn't it? But essentially, Vestig is vestig.originai.com. There'll be more prominent links placed around in later stages of updating all my sites. So it'll be much, much easier to find soon. The link should be in the inside line. This is what I'm using as my research for the upcoming news show that we're going to be doing, which is pretty much what we're doing here right here. New feature on the show for season 3. But as you can see here, we got a timer. The next article will be TTS, and it'll be 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, my time. Looks like the last article just got done, which was the video generation. So a little note about these articles. The early articles were all written by Claude Sonnet 4. Later articles were written by Grok Web Search with Claude Sonnet 4 and prompt caching. And then as you start to see images appearing, that would be where we are using pure Grok for the entire pipeline. And then at first you'll notice that the images are wide. That's because it's Gemini in 21:9. And then as we were optimizing the site to make it more cost efficient, we've ultimately gone with ChatGPT, GPT-5. And if you notice that let me see if I can find one. This one is going to be, so it's square. And the reason is because OpenRouter doesn't have a way to do 16:9 or 21:9 yet. When they do, I'll update the site so that it generates in the correct aspect ratio. But at the moment, you don't seem to be able to call sizes. Only Gemini allows you to call sizes at the moment. And this is OpenRouter, not OpenAI. And the reason I'm using OpenRouter is because Grok's on there. And if you have one key for everything, that's just easier. It's just easier. I know you can put in multiple keys, you know, but then you've got to have an account and pay another company. So it makes it more complicated for a user. So I'm trying to keep it simple, you know. And to be honest, if we had our own image gen API running off of our Comfy UI, we don't need to pay at all. And in fact, you could probably write this entire thing for free with a local LLM. But all things come in order. So we're not actually talking about the news today, just, you know. Basically, we're looking at my new stage, which is still got a pumpkin on the desk. Steve didn't clean up after Halloween. But that's okay, we can switch it out. And also the new UI, which is like not like transparent. Don't know what's happened to it. It's weird. It's working on one machine, not on the other. I think it's got something to do with the auto save state. So it's trying to auto load a saved state which doesn't exist on the new machine. So it's my fault for not handling that edge case. But anyway, these articles are looking pretty sweet. Like I say, because look, if I want to do news, I don't want to be spending my entire life doing the research. So if this site picks out all of the stories for me, all I have to do is pick the best one or the one I'm most interested in. And then it already has a nice format. And then if anybody's like, oh, what was the news? It was up on the website. So then it's sort of like, if you missed the news show, you can still get the articles. Oh, what was Johnson going on about the other day? And it, you know, the idea is you'll be able to find them. That's the plan. So in that way we have, let's see, these ones are new today. I didn't order them. They were generated by the site. So we have Comfy UI News. Okay. And then we also have Comfy UI Nodes News, LLM News, Image Generation News, Video Generation News. So every day it's going to run through the same section. So there's 5 topics it does every day. And then there's a 6th bonus topic, which is weekly. And each day of the week gets a different one. And that's how I've done the scheduling, basically, right? I did notice that this one, did this fall back, or is that... Oh, no, that's a new image. Comfy Burger, the Comfy mascot, my Comfy mascot is a node. I just thought it was fun to do. Look, see, he's all plugged into the burger bar. We're grilling, baby. Comfy burgers. Love it. Can we can we open this in full screen? Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. So anyway, we want to talk about custom nodes, the latest GitHub extensions and community innovations. I love it. Look at that guy. It's so funny. It's just like slap cartoon eyes on something. Does it say what he's got? He's got a seed. He's got Sage set to 20 and his CFG is set to 8. So there it is. Comfy news. LLM news. I'll actually bother to read these out properly when we do the show for real. I can't say I'll read it out verbatim. I'll probably like take excerpts out of it. But it gave me a bunch of ideas, like the hybrid swarm's really good at doing research, so I did a bunch of prompt experiments, like top books on Amazon released today, top video games released on Steam today. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like, oh yeah, here you go, here's a bunch of stuff you've never heard of. And I was like, give me the URL as well. And he was like not happy to give me the URL because he likes to say, oh, I'm not really sure if this is the right address and stuff like this. But they usually are right. It just needs to be more confident, you know. Emerging contenders, Flux, and open source innovation. Tools like Pony Diffusion build on Stable Diffusion's foundation, incorporating community-trained checkports for niche AI art, such as furry or fantasy genres. It's a very family-friendly way of putting it, isn't it? Oh. LoRa. Personalization via user-specific LoRa training could revolutionize image models. You don't say. Imagine uploading your sketches to fine-tune for a signature style. Imagine if we hadn't just been doing that for the last 2 years. But to be honest, you've got to remember, general knowledge is always on a big lag, And if you can't do it in Midjourney, it probably doesn't exist to most people, you see. That's, a lot of people are aware of open source and local AI, but a lot of people don't do it or have never done it. So we're in a minority as far as, adoption, People that have fully adopted everything early, they get the benefit, but it'll come as a bit of a surprise to people who are lagging behind. Because like I saw a video the other day, there was a security guard, he'd never heard of ChatGPT. You must be living under a rock. You see what I mean? But, you might be just something you say, No, I've never heard of it, no. Just doesn't really want to engage. It's probably more likely. But, it does sort of underscore the point. We're all so au fait. We all know all these different models. We know about all these different things. A lot of people don't. They're just like, Sora from GPT, Oh, yeah, AI, yeah. Nodding heads. No one knows. So what are we saying here? Video diffusion models. Motion synthesis. Yes. The boom isn't without hype, it says. As of late 2025, global investments in the space have topped $5 billion, signaling a shift towards AI as a collaborative partner in storytelling. But you can't write books with AI. We haven't been doing that. Okay, spotlight on the leaders, Sora, Runway, Pika, and Luma AI. No discussion of AI is complete without the frontrunners. Sora launched with fanfare this year, set the benchmark. I'm not sure if I agree with this, but this is family-friendly media, okay? As detailed on OpenAI's official site, Sora excels in simulating real-world physics, generating videos up to a minute long at 1080p resolution. It uses advanced diffusion techniques to handle complex prompts like a bustling Tokyo street at night with neon lights reflecting on a rain-slicked pavement. Oh, interesting that you should use that exact. Prompt. Show me. Wave speed. No. What? There are new services popping up all over the place, guys. It is quite wild. So here we go. Accepte. WAN 2.5, ladies and gentlemen. Is it actually out though? I think you can do API, but you can't get the weights, as far as I'm aware. If that ever changes, we'll be looking at it. But so here we go. Look at this. Try it. Text to video fast. Text to video. Image to video. So how much is that? 0.03 per second. They're really getting the price down. You see that? 0.03 per second. So that means 1 second of video for the same cost There's one banana image. One banana image, 1 second of video. Man. That's kind of crazy. Obviously, image to video is 0.4, so 4 cents per second. So that's cheap. How is it so cheap? It should be like £1. It should be like $1, but for whatever reason, it is cheap. So this is atlascloud.ai, by the way, not the official one. There are many platforms you can find. This is not me recommending it. I've never used it. I'm just literally came up in a search, guys, just to be clear. All right, claim your $1 credit. So yeah, very cheap somehow. And here's another one. This is from videoweb.ai. Can I just put a prompt in and run? It's going to cost me 300 credits. Gotta sign in. Okay, give me a sec. I'm going to see if I can use my 300 credits to get me a WAN sample of that prompt. Yeah. Go. Free. No. Oh. 40 credits. Okay, so it's going to cost 300 to make that. Well, that's pretty stupid. How do we do... Wait a minute. 300 credits... but you only get 30. Yeah, I'm not recommending that. Maybe they're really good, but do you know what? I don't want to embarrass them with silly demos. Let's get back to the story here. I just wanted to get a grab a quick copy of that. But do you know what, guys? Just imagine it. It's probably better than the video. Okay. RealMind comparison lauds Runway for its editing suite, which includes lip sync, object removal. However, it starts at $15 a month, which might deter casual users. Well, I got a funny feeling. Oh wow, they got pay for usage on here. Again, I'm not recommending Atlas Cloud, but you know, they got pay for what you use here. I don't know, this all looks like here we go, image models, right. 1, 2.5. 1, 2.5 text to image, everybody. Yes. 1, 2.5 video extend. 0.5, so 5 cents per second. Like again, we're just looking at, if you just joined us, I'm not recommending Atlas Cloud. We're just taking a look because the news had a story about a prompt and they're talking, so I'm just going on a tangent. Looking at the cost of running these things on pay only for what you use mode. So no cold start costs, no mucking about wasting with, you know, just use it is apparently, but I don't know. I don't know enough about this platform. It might be they expect you to build everything yourself. But yeah, I just did a search for WAN 2.5, guys. That's all. You know. To be honest, I think that Comfy Cloud is probably one of the best options that's just appeared, because we already use Comfy Cloud. We already use Comfy, and yeah. Check this out. So cloud.comfy.org. Oh, what's that? Is that Comfy UI in the browser now? So I don't have to muck about with setting everything up and I can just pay the money to use the things I need? Wow. For a lot of people, this is going to be all they ever needed. You know? Because it is Comfy UI. I don't know how custom nodes work. No idea. No idea how that works. Like... But this is kind of like a new thing. So, I mean, if I go into templates, I haven't paid for this either, so I can't really use it yet. But if I go into templates, what the hell? A giraffe doing backflips. Well, That's something you ain't seen every day. Ah, generate 3D models. Let's pop that one in. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow, look at that. Save GLB. So, Comfy Cloud users. If you are using Comfy Cloud, since the workflow in the cloud will have the input image for the first run, you can click run to see what happens. Try to upload your own image. The input image requires a clean, simple background. You can also find some other 3D workflows. Okay, and then for comfy users, you need to download all the models and install it yourself. So there is a big advantage to doing it this way. Oh, is this a subgraph? Let's have a look at it. Oh, look at that. I like that. Image checkpoint name. Put it under models. And there it is. Very cool. Gonna have to start doing some of that stuff ourselves, aren't we? Anyway. So, subscribe to run. $20 a month. Let's check the details. Let's see. Comfy is $20 a month. What's included? Runs on A100s, 40 gigabyte VRAM. The time limit each job is 30 minutes. So if you try to go too big, you will get cancelled. You're only charged for active GPU time, so idle time and pause doesn't count. Unlike RunPod and many other places where you might be doing this, you don't pay for idle time. It's more like a serverless, on-demand type API thing. Each account gets 8 hours of GPU per day for that 20. You can purchase additional compute. There's a library of 200 pre-installed models. Comfy Cloud currently supports the top 10 most used custom nodes, and they're going to expand. So I doubt there's much demand for people to want my nodes on there yet. But it's fine. I'll find ways around it. So anyway, partner nodes. We run proprietary node models through partner nodes. Same credits can be used Comfy Cloud and local. Subscription includes a $10 monthly API that refills every month. Okay. Parallel job execution coming soon. Custom model uploading coming soon. So they got big plans. So I think what I'm going to do is start looking at this more. And I think certainly after the show tonight, I'm going to be mucking about with this. I see it as being a much more dynamic way of using Comfy UI, because obviously you're not limited by your own hardware and you're not encumbered by all of those models. Now obviously this doesn't make the old ways go away. You can still do local and you can still do it all the normal way, so this doesn't affect anything at all. But it's like a new twist on the API nodes, which we've been looking at. I've been looking at the API nodes a lot lately, and this is like a new twist on the API nodes. So I'm interested to see how this is going to actually pan out. Like I said, I like to embrace the new thing. But yeah, $20 a month is actually pretty cheap considering what you're going to get. And you get access to all in the cloud, so you just get your thing back. I like this. So let's move that over to one side for a bit. So we were talking about Runway, and I'm just like, no, Comfy Cloud. That's my recommendation. All right. Anyway, Pika Labs, not discounting some of these options. These are all paid options, though. See, whereas even though that is paid, when you know how to do this, you can do it locally, which makes it free. So it depends on the model you're using and stuff. So. And to be honest, it's less about cost and more about privacy, I find. Nobody has ever really turned around to me in consultancy and said, we need to make it cheaper. They're more like, we don't want to leak our project. That's the main reason, because they understand the fact that the API does share all your stuff with whoever you're talking to. So if you trust Anthropic or OpenAI, that's up to you. But if you don't trust them, or you are wanting to use a Chinese website, because you've got to take all this stuff as part of the deal, take it under consideration. So Luma rounds out the quartet with Dream Machine. So did we miss one? Let's just double check. So Runway, Pika Labs, Sora, and then Luma AI with Dream Machine. A lone astronaut drifting through cosmic nebula. Cool. It's free for basic use, making it a gateway for hobbyists exploring motion synthesis. But the tools aren't isolated. Comparisons reveal synergies. Pixazo's 2025 model breakdown shows Sora leading in quality, Runway in usability, Pika in speed, and Luma in creativity. So it's still a bit of a race. And then recent breakthroughs and real-world application. So 2025 has been a banner year. I can agree with that. It's been every couple of days we get new models. So Sora 2 alongside VO 3. Filmmakers at Pixar experimented with Sora to storyboard elemental battles, reducing previs time from weeks to hours. So Pixar's doing it. Runway made waves in July with their collaboration tools as covered by RealMind. Their new API enables real-time co-editing. One standout application, a viral marketing campaign for Nike, where AI-generated athlete montages blended user-submitted photos with dynamic motion synthesis, garnering millions of views. Pika's push against OpenAI continued with a November tease of Pika 2.1, focused on 4K upscaling. We're going to have to check that out. Tech Radar follow-up praises its text-to-video fidelity, especially in handling diverse accounts for voiceovers. Stanford University is using Pika to simulate historical events, like the signing of the Declaration of Independence. A partnership with Adobe for plugin support is Luma's next move. So seamless import into Premiere Pro. So we're going to see a Luma AI plugin for Premiere Pro. That's crazy. Yeah, so they don't want to carry the cost of the big GPUs. Deepfakes. They want look at the IEE want watermarking standards, guys. Get ready for radiated video. So 2026 real-time generation prompts yield instant videos indistinguishable from live footage, which is right on time. That's what we've been predicting too. Oh no, the EU's AI Act. They're saying, so the AI Act, look at this. AI Act mandates transparency, ensuring video diffusion doesn't amplify biases. What does that even mean? That's got nothing to do with training bias. Oh dear. See, I think they got themselves all a bit twisted up in their own ideas, you know what I mean? And it doesn't really make, the math doesn't math, so then they get tripped up, you know? Because it's like, Anyway, it's the normalization of an otherwise rich signal. If you imagine a signal as a frequency, and we want to normalize everything, yeah, I think I've said enough. You know? Alright. Text-to-video pioneers aren't just generating pixels, they're unlocking narratives. So yeah, we're having a great time with the stories. Check out Comfy UI News. What's next? What's up in Comfy UI News? Yeah, I know the intro. What's new in Comfy UI News? Wow, look at that. Low VRAM GPUs. Runs on just 1 gigabyte. Very good. Detailed and run pod guide from earlier this year. This setup lets you queue workflows for video, 3D and audio generation. Yeah, we already know about this. Get me to the good stuff. See, a lot of this is for casual people who don't really, you know, they're not really in the space. It's like all of it, it's all introduction. A lot of it. Oh no, we've talked about this tonight. Look, the API nodes in Comfy UI. That's true. The community is also fueling this growth. OpenArt's workflow directory. Yeah. As a Stable Diffusion art beginner's guide from late September explains, starting with basic nodes like load checkpoint and K-sampler can yield photorealistic results in minutes. But custom nodes unlock pro-level tweaks, such as noise injection for artistic flair. Some interesting examples they're picking out. They're not wrong. I probably would have picked a different example, but yeah, it's not wrong. An AI-free API analysis benchmarks them against Stable Diffusion Web UI, finding it 54% faster thanks to smart memory management. Flux support is now baked in. Comfy UI handles everything from static images to dynamic videos. As a Never Code Alone blog post from late September notes, teams are shaving days off design cycles by node linking Stable Diffusion with tools like Shaka AI for workflow management. Interesting. They're probably doing that whole use your local machine as the API. But who knows? Oh, look at this. No-code Stable Diffusion setups via Comfy UI workflows, emphasizing how it lowers barriers for non-technical users while offering depth for coders. Yep, it's good, isn't it? Looking ahead, expect even tighter integrations with merging AI models. The official Comfy UI site, updated in August, teases expansions into 3D and audio generation, building on nodes for Stable Diffusion, Stable Video Diffusion, should I say. Wrapping up. Yeah, I think this is nice. I'm enjoying this. I could sit here and do this for half an hour. Yeah. We're still feeling it out, guys. You know what I mean? We're still feeling it out. So let's do something fun next. Do we have a banana? Do we have a banana? Do we have a nano banana I can just use, please? Yeah, we got a nano banana. We ain't got many credits left, guys. What's this say? It's an independent product. We provide access through custom Yeah. Cool. So we're going to do image edit. And I'm going to grab my... What's it called now? Right. It'll take me to some weird thing. Right. Google Drive's so useless. Come on. Right, now where's that desk? There it is. So I thought it'd be fun to show you, like, you know, the intention for the system, yeah? So I put my desk in there, right? And I'm going to say, remove the Halloween theme elements and clean up the desk. Steve. See, why have I got to do this? And then we'll have a muck about, see if I can fix the scene thing, because I'm still using version 1. I've got version 2.5 now, but it didn't load, strangely. So, why have I still got a bottle of stuff? Remove the bottles from the desk. change the black wood to rosewood. It's not working, is it? Look, what's wrong with him? And say, oh, I haven't got a video. UI's being weird. Thinks it's uploading still. Stranger and stranger. Alright. While it's downloading that, what do we got? Did it ever let me log in? Uh-huh. Oh yeah, nice. It's like an old school thing. Then I probably want to do a little crop ram BG in Comfy UI. Oh, that's a point. I wonder if the nah, don't be silly. I'll just open my local one. So sign in. Having trouble, he says. I don't know, am I? Great. Sorry guys, I'm being derailed by you know, passwords not filling in and stuff like that. Apparently it's different this time. It's different. Right, let me take the password, please. Thank you. Let me in. Nice table. Hope you're all doing well. Like I said, we're chilling with the new stage. We're going to put the new table in the set in a minute. So it takes a few minutes just to sort of muck about all this stuff. I mean, you could just use like Photoshop, which would be actually quicker. But I might want to do this a bunch of times, so I'll make a workflow, and then that will end up probably being an API call. Yes, save the password. Yes, open the thing. Mental. Okay. All right, let's leave him to muck about with that. It's nearly coffee time. It feels like coffee time so far away. Whoa. But yeah, I think for the sake of time, while I'm waiting for Comfy to start up, we may as well do the Photoshop version first. It's going to be taking this image, and it's going to be doing the RemBG and then saving it as a 2:1 aspect ratio. Something like that. You know, as much as I don't care what tool you use, and I'm opening Comfy to do the exact same job now, but let's just go ahead and do this quickly. So what we'll do is we'll just pick the object selection tool, we'll click the table, we will then Control exit, and then we will Control Shift N not Control Shift N, sorry, Control N. Make a new image which matches the size of what's in the clipboard. Paste it. Delete the background. Now, actually, put that background back. So there are some issues, okay, with the automatic, whatchamacallit, check it out. See this? A little bit of a white outline. Now, obviously you could just go in and like paint this out. You see it's only one line, look. It's one pixel line, okay? So like if you really wanted to be like a stickler about it, I would literally just trace out that line. I know it sounds like silly, but here. Did you see that? What are you doing? Oh, it's comfy. All right, Photoshop not guilty. Comfy stole focus and popped a window right in the middle of my action. So that's not Photoshop. So we should have that. No, we've got to do it again. Okay. Photo bombed. Okay, so we select it and then we press select the layer and delete. Right. So that covers that top section, that top pixel line, right? But there is more. There is more. I mean, that's the main thing that people will notice. When you have like a bit of a weird glitchy line at the top, that's going to get noticed. I would check the edges, because obviously, look, see how it's got like an anti-alias to the old white background, and it kind of goes all the way around the whole thing. Okay. Steve, show him the right side of my table real quick. Steve, wake up. Oh, okay. Show him the right side of the table. No, not my right, your right. Show him the right side. Okay. So if we take a look at my table down there, you can see the anti-aliasing there. You see it right on that edge? Yeah, so this is what I mean. There's also a rough edge on the table edge surface. Zoom in. See the edge there? It's not perfect, right? Thanks, Adobe. It was worth all the money. It was worth it. You know, you can do RemBG. I believe in you. So anyway, back to the show. Steve, move over a bit. I'm too far into the screen. Come on, man. You know what to do. Yeah, thank you. All right, cameraman Steve. He knows what he's doing. He's a good man, right? So I've got a trick for this, but it's destructive, right? So what I like to do is just give this one a quick save, and we'll get rid of the background, obviously, right? So if we just export this one as a PNG, and I'm just going to call it Desk 2 for now. I can give it a proper name later. Desk 2. So like I said, there is a way of doing this, which is kind of like, you could probably do it. So if we select the desk, right? And then we invert the selection, and then we press delete. Now, turn the thing on. Now, sometimes it'll eat that next level of pixels. Okay, sometimes. Whoops. Sometimes it'll eat the next layer of like one. It'll like erode one layer all the way around. Can we like zoom in, please? There. See how it's like not as bad? It's still got some pieces here. Look, like you got like 1 pixel there, 1 pixel there, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was. Before it had like a ghost line all the way around it. Now look, there's billions of ways of doing this, by the way. I'm not telling you this is the best way. This is just the quickest way because it's one click. Yeah, I just went click, invert, delete. There was no messing about with tolerances. There was no, having to actually, yeah. But anyway, so that would be the next version of the Tumblr. So now we'll call it Desk 2B. Alright. So how would we do that in Photoshop? So how about we pop out a new workflow and we say load. Hello, my honey. And then we go resize. Image resize essentials. That's the one I tend to go with. And what we want to do is it's going to be interesting because it's kind of like crop center I don't know if I do need resize. Yeah, it's going to be crop center. So we'll do the RemBG first. Inspire. Oi, oi, oi! He did the crazy thing. Did you see that? He went crazy mode because I was typing, but he wasn't actually letting me type. So I should, you know how you go here and then you type the name of something? I was typing Inspire, but and so it was just doing 1 million shortcuts. Inspire. That's why we use a control key combination for shortcuts and hotkeys, because if you don't, then people will be typing and they will do like 17 actions just by trying to type something. But that's a sidebar right there. So I'm going to use InspireNet RemBG. We're going to push that on. So we're going to take the not Helen Honey. We're going to take desk. Take the desk. And then obviously we want to just do crop center. I bet it's perfectly in the center. Not amazing if it's not, but in this case it is. So we'll just do basic image crop. And then what have we got here? We've got width and height. So I want the width to remain 1024. I want the height to be, oi, 1024. Thank you. And then 512. And it's going to be center or just center. Alrighty. Right, now vertical. Go vertical. I remember somebody asked me, what the hell were you talking about with going vertical? I'm like, this is the horizontal left to right, which is fine when you're just doing one thing, because obviously you get the image which you want is the other end, right? But if you go vertical, kind of like Chinese writing, I guess. The difference is that now you can do, instead of going left to right and then down the page, which is fine, but it takes up more space. If you do it vertically, and say I wanted to now chain the output into the next thing, and then into the next thing, and then into the next thing. So it's just a different way of doing it. And then obviously when you're finished, you get them all here to look at from left to right, instead of having to scroll up and down the page. I don't know, it's a subtle little thing. It's like someone got me into it. They were like, vertical workflows. I was like, because artistically it's got some advantages when you've actually made the thing. But anyway, let's just run it. Because, you know, instead of it being like a massive workflow, it can be much more compact and just done in columns. But yeah. So there it is. And oof, it's got the same problem, you see? It's got that ghosting. So let me just get a load here and bring in the one that I did with hello. Let me go in here and get the one I did in the Le Shop. So this would be Le Shop. I would say this is somehow higher resolution, that we've lost some pixels here, but probably because I deleted the edges. Yeah, that's what it is. It's just the edges are gone. But yeah, you can see the white outline, right? Now you're probably saying, oh, but Johnson, you just do refine edge mask, right? Edge, refine. Oh. Shrink, mask, edge, shrink. So let's try it. So we'll say mask, edge, right? Shrink level 4, blah, 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 blah. And then we need to get the original image and shrink it. Shrink, that's what we've done. I can't remember the name of the bloody node that goes next. That's annoying. What is the name of the next one? Obviously you need to have image. Maybe it's just image combine, like layer combine, and just use the smaller mask. It's like, what did they call it? Everyone calls everything something different. Okay, so we've got background image, blend advanced. I don't think we need blend advanced. Maybe I can just leave the defaults. So, no, wait, no. No, that's not it either. Load image mask, layered utility, scale as that's also huh. Wait a minute. Can't be that simple, surely. What? I'm just looking at this and it says RemBG here. Eh? Okay, hang on. Save, what's it? Add alpha. Alpha channel, alpha channel add. Nope. It's not transparent. Yeah, it's not transparent. Pad color. Do we have to turn off something here? What have I done? What have I missed, guys? Wait a minute. No. How strange. Okay. Alpha channel add by mask. We'll go 1 and a 2 and a 3 and get rid of that one. And how are we doing now? Ah, too many values. Okay. How about we skip this thing and just go straight into that one. Oh, too many values. Alpha channel. Let me see this. Too many values. Expected 2. Okay. Nothing. It said expected mask height, mask width, mask shape. So I guess whatever that is doesn't do that. Okay. Well. No. Still no. Nope. It's not that either. Oh, this is fun. Does it in Photoshop in seconds. Still trying to find that node, guys. I'm just going to go through every mask node I have and see if one of them has mask input, image input. That one does, but that's a detailer. Mask image, tensor ops. Yeah, that's probably all I wanted. In fact, oh no, you can't be mucking about with that. Okay, it ran, no image. Let's go. Oh. Yeah, so mask image. Guys, Comfy UI is amazing. And the best thing about Comfy is you blame the user when people have problems. So something they need to move away from. Because if you're going to blame the user, you're never going to figure it out. You can't blame the user. You've got to wrap them in cotton wool, make them feel nice and warm. You know? Someone smart once told me. So image mask, do I have to go back to this thing? This, I haven't used this in yonks. But if it works, I'm not going to complain. None type is not subscriptable, so no, it's not going to work. Okay, well, let's just get this out of here, right? Let's get that out of there. Nope. So the problem is worse. Wow. Okay, well, maybe it's because the mask doesn't exist and I'm an idiot. I told you it was my fault. Still not my... Well, okay, fine. See, I want to take the blame. Is it my fault, though? Pass through. Okay, fine. We finally got it. Use that image. I think we're getting there. Slowly but surely. Oh, damn it. We're back again with the tensig problems. All we want to do is shrink the mask with Comfy. That's all. It's not actually a crazy thing to try and do. It's literally RemBG followed by use the mask to shrink and then do it again. That's all. Shrink mask 21. Why would you put... Nope. Don't want to resize it. We don't want to resize it. All of these things are all like for a thing. But none of them do what we're looking for. Get image or mask range? No. Bounded image blend with mask. So there's all these really clever things. But the one thing, the basic thing doesn't work. Image blend by mask. Image A, image B. Convert to mask. We've been through them all. So unless I have to download additional nodes, there's nothing in the basic suite that you can just merge. This is so bizarre. Can't be serious. Right. So for the sake of speed, we did it with Photoshop in about 2 seconds. Click, click, click. Done. It took me a minute to explain what I was doing, but the actual thing was open image, click, copy, paste, click, delete, save. It was like 5-6 clicks tops, right? Comfy UI, you got to open it. You've got to get a workflow that works. You don't have one? Okay, build one. You don't have the nodes? Okay, download them. So like I said, the side quests, by the time you've done it, I mean, it's nice once you've got it because you can just do it every time exactly the same. But, you know, I'm like questioning what's the point if I can just do this in seconds. I mean, look, I'll be real. I could make a Python script in about... You could make a Python script to do this in seconds. You don't need Comfy UI for something like this. But it does kind of highlight an interesting weakness, actually. It does. Because if I want to get this image, right, from Comfy UI, I get this image. I get that white outline, yeah? Okay. And I don't want the white outline, so I want to reduce the mask by 1 pixel. That's all. I just want to reduce this mask by 1 pixel. So you would think, you know, drag the image off, drag the mask out, shrink the mask and put it back together. But there's nothing to put it back together. Ah, poor Comfy. I bet I have to download a custom node pack. Come on, guys, we can do better than this. What am I going to say? Mask. Preview, yep. All right, let's check out the preview. What does the preview look like? Ah. Okay, so we're making progress, right? So at least I know my mask isn't broken. Let's get a preview on... Oh, we've already got one. So we've got a preview on the image, right? Got a preview on the image. Got a preview on the mask. So what's next? Well, it would be shrinking the mask. So if I type shrink, I have custom nodes that will do mask shrink. Right now, is there another one? Row. Row mask is comfy core. So you would think there must be a core version of that, which is the opposite, right? Let's see if we can find it. Mask fix. That's from Essentials. I'm looking for a core node. Mask preview. Nope. We've got convert mask to image, mask composite, so I can attach two masks together. Hang on. Operation multiply. Wait a minute. Could I use subtract? No, it's too stupid. I basically just need to shrink it. That's all. It's too stupid. Mask composite is way too much. Because I'd be going, yeah. It's not. Yeah, it's interesting. Do I have to make a custom node tonight? Like, I thought that all of the basic stuff had been already made, you know? I didn't think that there were nodes that still needed making. Mask image was tensor ops. God knows if that works. Smooth. Mask expand. Can I do it in reverse? Okay, so yeah, nothing. All right, what else could it be called? Combine. Image combine. Whoa. Image combine alpha. It might be. Maybe. So that'd be that one and that one. And then into a preview. An error. Sweet mercy. It did the same thing. Alright, so now now put the shrink, you know. Shrink. And it probably doesn't need to be inverted, but yeah, doesn't need to be inverted. Oh, that was like pulling teeth. I think it could be shrunken more than that. Again, why I like the preview for the vertical style, right? I can just look at them both right here. Okay, so that is a big difference, but do you think it's doing something weird with the color of the desk itself? Like it seems to be fading out. It's the softening, isn't it? Okay, so softening 1, shrink level 5, shrink level 2, edge reserve 1, 2. Oh, I remember doing this with video and it was an absolute nightmare. So look, we've still got like a really hard white edge on that. And this is ghosty, but you can still see it. It's still quite large. 6, 4, 0, and 0. It's not shrinking at all. Shrink level 10. Shrink level 10. I don't think it does anything, guys. Oh, I'm wrong. It's doing it. 12, 12. It really is just muck it around and see. Oh, it's nearly at the level of Photoshop. 14. What the hell do these numbers even mean? They're not pixels. I'll tell you that much. It's almost there, but look, if I go any further, I risk losing the next layer of detail. You see what I mean? So let's compare that with the Photoshop version now. Close enough. Okay. So Photoshop on the right, Comfy on the left. Okay, so I think that Comfy has done a better job of shrinking that mask now. And now I've got this workflow, I can use it again and again and again. So, you know what I mean? It's like what I was saying. It took 4 clicks to do it with Photoshop, but I'd have to do those 4 clicks forever, potentially hundreds of times. Now you could set up a macro, so you know there's more to it, but if I want to use Comfy, in the end what it was using layer style nodes, because you can't do it natively. I'm surprised there's no shrink mask that works, because the thing is you were hitting weird errors to do with tensor and stuff like this, which is funny because all we're doing is shrinking a mask anyway. So we had the original image up here, which is a banana, okay, and then we've done the normal RemBG thing and cropped it to make it into a prop for the show. As you can see, it's got this horrible white outlining, which is associated with a RemBG. Okay, so we've done it in Photoshop, and when we did it in Photoshop, we did object detection, cut it out, and then selected it and deleted it. So an entire layer of pixels was just taken off, and that was the quickest way I could do it, right? Because feathering is going to cause more problems, so feathering's no good. You can do refine edge in Photoshop, and you can play around with sliders, but that's more clicks. Okay. So anyway, you come to the to our version, and we've gone ahead and we've used this setup here, which is super simple. Image comes in the top. RemBG, InspireNet. Again, I think that one actually is good to use. It's not just a demo or a research model. It's something you can actually use. And then we do layer mask, shrink, layer, combine, and we had to use these settings, 1414. So if I don't get that one there, put that here, put that to there, make another one, delete that. And then, like I said, we end up with these sort of vertical style workflows, which are just a little bit more compact. That's all. I just got this for comparison, by the way. So then we can see that the final image is cleaner than the Photoshop version. Yeah, sure, if I was to cut any more away, you're losing the edge gets blurry, but this is the best I can do, because obviously you're eating into a design, you know, if you go any further, because you can obviously cut too much. But it doesn't like change the image or like change the color, so yeah. So we can get rid of that. So now we actually have the best version. I will throw it onto Discord. Wow, there's a real lag on the stream today. I didn't even notice that. I decided to watch it at the same time as we're doing the show. And how far behind is that? I'll just do this. There's like no timer. No, it's about 10 seconds. It's not that bad. It's not that bad at all. I can remember doing streams back in the day. It would be like half an hour delay. Completely useless for trying to talk to people in the chat, you know. Right, so there we go. We got our thing. So I'm just going to call this one props. Save as props. Scenes. DJ scenes. And then if I just quickly come over to the other machine and I'll get Steve to do the business. But then the file, he hasn't even downloaded the file. Steve, what are you doing? You gotta go quicker than that, mate. He's like, I'm going as fast as I can. Aha! New table, everybody. Right, come on, zoom out. Let's see the mahogany. I want them to see the mahogany. There we go. Wow, it's nice. Okay. Right. On with the show. But wait. Oh, Steve, what are you doing? Nobody told me the mic was off. It's all right. I bet you didn't even notice. Oh, well, we'll get there. We'll get there. That's why I'm working on the scene building, you know? Work on the scene building. There we go. Right, hold it there. It's still a little bit too much in the shot. How about like that? It's funny, you get like a big distortion if I go too close. If I go too hard on the corner, say. Like that. It is, isn't it? It's like a crazy distortion. Oh, I'll figure it out. Alright. So anyway, we've got the new table. Like I said, we built it and it's in there. It does look mad distorted now I look at it. Doesn't that look... Is it just me? I think. Oh, it's the FOV. Yes, of course. The FOV. Yes, yes. Yes, yes, exactly. It's because it's a 3D space projected onto 2D. And so it's always going to be a bit weird at the corners. Wait a minute. I think it might also be because it was off center. That probably doesn't help. Anyway, I'm going to have different props in all this business. I haven't actually messed around with it that much. So if I go in here... oh, Steve, stop moving the camera. We actually have many slots in the latest version. Not this version, though, unfortunately. Oh, that's weird. Once it's open, you can't stop it. Okay. Right. More stuff to fix. I think it works best when you're sort of looking down from above a bit, and I think that's because of the angle of the desk itself. It was supposed to work from like there. Makes you wonder. I mean, I suppose I could just move the desk. For better or worse. That's not too bad. We'll try that. Yeah. Seems to work. So anyway, yeah, we made a new table. We generated the new table, and now here it is. So that's basically the workflow. You know what I mean? Let's export that. Yes. Right. How are we doing over here? We're happy you're here. Do you want to set up a thing? Yes, I do. I probably shouldn't do it right now. It's coffee time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for sticking with the show. We will be coming back at you in a few minutes. Yo. Okay, bring the mic over here while I'm messing about here. coffee time, ladies and gents. Thank you very much for joining and watching the show. We've been messing around with some stuff. I got the new scene I've been working on, and this is obviously part of the countdown to Live 300 when Season 3 begins. So like I said, we built an entire automated website just to do the news research for the show, so it should be interesting. There's probably more likely going to be more stuff as well like that. Yes, plug it in, USB. I want to use USB. We're plugging it in. We're plugging it in. Do I have to take this off? I think I do. See, there's nothing you can see on the stream right now, so coffee time is as good as. Basically, we are connected. I agree. About 2 weeks ago, I bought this Cricut Explore thing, and I thought it's about time to test it out. Should we get the webcam set up so we can look at it? That would probably be more interesting. Let me see if I can get it set up first, alright? I do not want a 30-day trial. Okay. Switch back to where we were at. Switch it back. So anyway, what I'm doing is I'm messing around with something called a Cricut, which is like a cutter. It's not a laser cutter, it's just got a knife in it. You could call it a plotter, I guess. It's kind of interesting. We'll see what it does. So it says, grab the material from the envelope that came with the machine, insert the sheet under... Insert the sheet from the envelope that came with the machine, insert the sheet under the white guides until they reach the grey rollers. What? I love how it's like super vague about what you're supposed to do. I got loads of... You gave me loads of square things. Okay, so what's this one? Circuit transfer tape. What's this one? Medium card stock. Okay. Not going to be that, is it? What's this say? Circuit, smart iron. Yeah, we're not doing that. Smart iron, what's this one? Whoa, that's sticky. Smart vinyl permanent. See? He said grab the material that came with the machine. I mean, that seems like it's this thing. I'm confused. Right. So it says push it under. You can't. Oh, you don't push it under. There's a button you push and then it does it. So that was a lie, but it's okay. I'll forgive him. Press go to begin cutting. Yeah, well, wait a minute. What are we cutting? Do you know what I mean? He didn't tell me to put any paper on it. What are we even cutting right now? So transfer tape. So, okay, how about I chuck some cardstock on there? Just chuck some cardstock on. We'll use the lilac. Use the pink. We'll use the pink. Alright, so then what? Whoa. Okay, that is... Jesus. Why is it like... It's like glue. Okay, that's an issue. It says light grit, and then you put the paper on, it's like stuck on, like... Man. Right, so if I just do that... So it's weird. Okay, so put it back in. Put the button. Okay, it's got some paper now, apparently. Whoa. It's got some paper. So weird. It's like it's got a piece of paper which you stick things to. Okay, press the play button. Watch the machine do its work. Get a phone so I can at least show you guys what the hell this is. Get my phone, start filming. Okay, well, it says Cricut, so. Alright, so it made a sticker. Press the button. So it made it's made like a vinyl. Yeah. However, it didn't cut all the way through it, which means it's got the wrong cutting bit in it. Stupid. Let's see if I can get him to do the magenta marker. Right, I've got to unclip this, put it in. Well, that didn't work. You just got to be a little bit more forceful. Not enough that it'll break, but enough that it'll work. Congratulations, you did it. Choose a corner of the material and peel the thing. He's like, we don't recommend starting from scratch. Yeah, see, it says peel from one side, but then no. It's like I don't know what to say. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's just the scoring tool isn't strong enough, or the paper's too thick, or I don't know what, but for whatever reason that's a fail in my book. It cut perfectly, but it didn't cut deep enough. So then it's like, well, you know what, you're going to cut it again? You basically just wasted it, right? Okay, so how about... Text. No. This is the next thing where it falls down. They've got their own proprietary software. So it's like not just normal images. They've got their own thing. And you have to do it with their thing. Whenever they do stuff like that, it's a waste. I bet it works really well if you're not really very technical. Monogram maker. Yes. Basically. Wow, everything's so cliche. It looks like Etsy Marketplace. You know, you open up the project templates folder and it just looks like Etsy Marketplace. Which is fine if that's what you're looking to do. But it seems like maybe free shapes. Are you kidding me? If they monetized shapes, guys, there are pro shapes. If you get the subscription, you can get the pro shapes. Oh boy. Right, we're going to start live streaming on this video so you can see what's going on. I'm kind of surprised actually at this. I'm kind of surprised. So let's take a look at this together. can actually see what's happening here. I mean, it's a very cool device. Very cool device. You know, it has like a little robot arm and it draws and cuts stuff. But one thing I was worried about was there was like loads of different... In fact, that's a bit worrying right now. So you have a giant piece of paper. It starts in the top left corner. It's already worked on this one. So I guess we can't use it anymore. What, so I guess I can put it in upside down and maybe I could rotate the paper 90 degrees? I don't know. Yeah. What the? Wait. Don't tell me it knows which way round it goes. It's basically just a printer, isn't it? Really. Don't... How does it know? It knew which way round it was. Or did it? No, it didn't. Nightmare. But yeah, like I said, do you want to pay for shapes? I know you guys always, like, when we talk about things, we're like, who would pay for a shape? Right? You wouldn't pay for a shape. Well, turns out a lot of people do, in fact, pay for shapes. So if you want this one here, the star, that's 89 pence. Let's say you want this nice tick sign here, that'll be 89 pence. Maybe you'd like just a circle, 89 pence. This is the only reason I don't like this kind of thing, because they've basically monetized it through microtransactions and DLC. But it's a printer. God damn it. Shame. I'm sure it's still really cool and useful and everything. But whatever, we'll see, won't we? So if I say new, and if I say blank canvas, man. Ooh. Because look, I can drag this guy in there, but why? Why would I use that? So, alright, upload, yes. Try Cricut Access, no. Upload a picture, yes. What shall we do? We'll take this, no, it's too complicated. How about that? That's easy. Open up the picture, put the picture in the picture. Right, automatic it says, to remove backgrounds from images. Oh really? Alright. In that case, we'll pick something spooky. I wonder, how's it gonna do? No, I need to get a better example. Oh, actually, hang on a minute. There you go. Get the Vestig news. Alright, so let's apply and continue. Creates up to 9 layers separated by color. To use this feature, have Cricut Access. Oh man, are you kidding me? They get you with the subscription fee just for 9 color layers? Single layer, flat graphic. Yeah, you can't be charging me to do the thing it's made for after you buy the machine. That's insane. That is insane. Yeah, go on then. See, if you can't do the 9 color whatsy doodle, it's useless, isn't it? It's just, I just put a picture in there, right? Can we delete that with the delete key? Yes, we can. Alright, so how about... This isn't going to work. He didn't even do RemBG. See, it can't, it's just going to print a square around that. There's nothing to cut. Nothing to cut, nothing to print. I can see a flaw with this product, guys. I can see a bit of a flaw with this product. If you don't subscribe to the monthly fee, right, well, I guess we're going to find out what the monthly fee is, and that's going to be the ultimate decider, isn't it? So what's the monthly fee? Free trial. I don't want a free trial. How much is it? Oh, okay. Well, it's £7.49 a month. It's still too much, but I saw that and I was like, what? No, that's a year. £71 a year. £7.49 a month to see, and it's free for 30 days. So I suppose I could set it up and we could have a muck about with that, but it's like, Cricket QT speaking. You see what I mean? The issue I have here is the card is coloured. There are no lines. So that means I've got to print it out on my own printer first, put it on this, and then have it cut it out. How do I know it's going to it's not going to line up? So that means you can't do it for that. You've got to do different stuff. I got a couple of ideas, you know. So like instead of colours, use patterns for a start. Full Dive says if it was only micro transactions, that'd be one thing. But now they say you can't prepare your appliance. For example, you can't prepare your own fridge or printer, and they'll charge you monthly. Yeah. It's insane. I've paid for the tool, but you can't use it without paying the monthly fee. Yeah, or you can use it, but it's just crap. You know what I mean? Like you can't use the full features. So it's like, what is it then? I might just send it back, guys. I might just send it back. We'll see. I want to give it another go because it's basically failed at its only job, cutting. So it failed at its first job. That's not a good sign. And now the website's being stupid. Are you going to sign in or what? Come on. He's thinking about it. This is why things like Comfy UI win. Look, I can't even bloody sign in. So you paid for your product. And it's not cheap either. These things aren't cheap. They're $300. That's probably about $400. So for the price of an Xbox, you can have a printer that prints. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't print. It cuts. But oh, wait, it doesn't cut because you need to buy the sharper cutter. Oh, and it doesn't cut because you need to buy the monthly sub to be able to actually cut the things that you need to cut, not just the demos, which are crap and no one will ever use, except for maybe a birthday party. But who's going to buy a £400 printer for a birthday party? You know what I mean? Like, who is this for? I suppose it's for me, isn't it? It's for me. Idiots who see it and go, that might be useful, and it's not. No, I'm trashing the product now. Of course it is a viable thing. I'm just not using it right, as usual. So that's part of the fun. So can we actually get back into the software though? I'm kind of surprised I can't even get into the software. Nope. No. Turn it on. Log in. So this is the point where I pull the ejection cord and get the hell out of here. This is wow. So yeah, I guess I'll be taking that back then. Oh man, that was such a shame. I was really hoping that would work, but it's not, and it's crap, and it needs more money. Like a £7 a month subscription isn't really that bad if it worked. But the first test that it was supposed, like, it decided what its first test was, So that means that it had the opportunity to show me what it could do, and it failed. It was supposed to cut its own logo from a piece of paper, and it cut it, but it scored it too lightly. And so that means that you can't use it. You've just wasted it. So it's like it did really well at cutting that logo. The logo is cut the logo is cut perfectly into their logo. However, the cut isn't deep enough, so it's useless. It's just a waste. Yeah, and then I am actually offended that I've got to log in to their crappy website to pay $7.50 to use the full features. That's actually insulting. So yeah, maybe we just write a letter to the company like, what are you playing at first before you take it back, you know? You never know, maybe they explain themselves. Oh dear, what a nightmare, eh? All we're trying to do is look at stuff. Anyway, so just in case you were wondering what that was that we were just looking at and it didn't really get shown off proper, let me show you. It's like a prosumer cutting tool. They have a whole range of home, you know, it's meant for home stuff. Home craft, yeah? And the machine I had was the Explore 3. See, I was a little bit worried about it when I came on here. When I came on here and I found all of this. Because look, got all these different things. Very, very cool. Holographic vinyl, out of stock, clearance. $11.99. See, this is the sort of thing which is very cool. However, it's very cool, very useful. But like the cutting wheel is working like the scoring wheel at the moment. Why is everything on clearance as well? Why is everything... Can somebody tell me why? Is everything on clearance because everybody's bringing them back on return? Did they manage to make an entire product line and it doesn't work? Can't be. Can't be. I saw there was like a whole little local community to do this. They're all doing this sort of stuff. I figured it was like, you know, church groups and activity clubs for kids, art classes, that kind of thing. It's more about the design stuff, not the, yeah. Can I find... There it is. There it is. See, it's a printer, right? It's a printer, but it has a cutting tool. Okay. And obviously, what I did was I just did this. Look, we put the thing in, and it went to cut, but then it didn't cut enough. And look at this. The machine only 269. That's about right. Machine with everything bundle is 400, or everything bundle with subscription. What? Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. What? Why is the everything bundle with the subscription cheaper than the what? Look, it's £400 for the everything, and then it's $360 for the sub as well. So they give you the sub, so they pay you £41 to subscribe for the first year. Oh, of course, it's the classic scam, guys. Oh, I figured it out. I figured it out. It's the classic scam. This is what they all do now. I can't believe it. Right, look at what's going on here, yeah? So you buy the machine, right? Let's say you buy the machine because I'd be an idiot not to. I'll get the machine with the subscription for the year, and guess what happens in 1 year's time? You get renewed for double the difference. Yeah, because the normal subscription is £80, isn't it, for a year? So what'll happen is you buy the machine, you got the free 1 year sub for 41. In fact, they paid you. They gave you a £40 discount, yeah, to take the sub. But now they've got your details. So in a year, when you've forgotten about this and it's in a garage or a cardboard box or sold on eBay, they'll charge your subscription. They'll charge you for the next year, won't they, at the full price? And the price might even be higher next year too. So, you know, and this is what they do. And then you'll get the whatever charge on your thing, and they hope you don't notice. That's the game that's being played here. They hope that you don't notice. That's crazy. Because the thing is, if you have a million, say you ship 1 million units and you manage to get it all done like this, that's potentially $80 million in people that forgot not to cancel money. Yeah? And they're not even ever going to use your service, are they? Because they don't even have the machine anymore. Obviously, some of them will ring up to get a refund, but it will be like a 50%. It won't be a high percent. A lot of people don't. It's funny. Some people are struggling to make money, and other people have so much they don't even know what they're doing with it. That's the truth. I'm not like making accusations, but like direct allegations. I'd say allegedly or something, right? But I mean, when I see this kind of tactic, they're paying you half a year to subscribe, and then, yeah. I think we've all experienced this kind of thing. And look, and the thing is, they can say that's not their plan, because they are offering a service, but I just don't like the way you've got to tie into it. I don't like the tie-in. It's fast, but what's the point? I've got to spend. Real shame, that is. Looks like it's getting returned. Yep. I'll just say, look, mate, it didn't even print. It didn't even print. It doesn't even draw. What do you want? Like, because the thing is, the main thing I wanted it for was for it to draw. I wanted it to take these pens and draw stuff with the robot arm, which it should be able to do. But then it turns out, if you want to draw stuff, you need to subscribe for $7.50 a month. No. I'm all right. I'd rather build a robot arm out of Lego before I pay £7.50 a month to some company. No. Like, just for that? Maybe I'll find something else to do with it. We'll see. See, the original idea was to make logos and print onto clothing, stuff like that. But I'm not, like, too fussed about it. If it's going to be if it's bad, you know what I mean? If it's bad, why? You see what I mean? If it's bad, it's a waste of time. I'll just do something else. Use next. Yeah, that is a good scam, Fernie. Yeah, you got to watch out for those guys. They do love it. So yeah, again, this is a cool idea, but it don't work. Look, imagine you can make your stuff, you can put it in this thing, you can put it onto 3D products, which is nice, right? I can see that being a thing that's useful and valuable, right? Okay. So you can see all these different things it can do, but I'm going to do a little bit of tutorializing before I go crazy and blame it on the product. I know I always say don't blame the tools, okay? It's possible that I just did something wrong. But you saw the instructions. It was like put some... It didn't even tell me what to do. He just said, put the material in the machine. And it came with like 10 different things. You know? Open source machines, you can use any software. Well, to be honest, mate, we don't need to use any software. We need to use PNG, JPEG, PDF, and SVG. It's almost like there's been 25 years of established formats. So why do I need to... Do you know what I mean? It's because they want to tie you into their thing, don't they? They just want to tie you into their thing. That's all. They want to get you on the subscription, right? See, I can't believe it. Cricut Access. Look, this. Don't worry, guys. Every 3 months, we'll give you £10 back. Do you have any idea how much money? Okay. You pay listen, guys, if you pay pay me $7 a month and I'll give you I'll give you a $10 coupon every 3 months. Wait a minute. Do the math. 7, 14, 21. So for every £21 they take, they give you a $10 gift card. This sounds more and more like some kind of weird Ponzi the more I read about it. You only pay them £7 a month. So they're like, oh, we'll give you a £10 coupon every 3, guys. So now I'm being incentivized to sub. I don't even understand it. It seems like some kind of weird coffee club type thing, which is not a bad thing, yeah? I mean, I like the idea of being able to make small scale production lines at home, right? I like that idea. It's like the 3D printing stuff, but it's more product oriented, you know? And I do like how they've made it accessible. So some of these machines are actually kind of really cheap. So if you just want to do one thing, they've got machines for that, right? Like iron-on t-shirts. You've all seen iron-on t-shirts, right? And they've got all kinds of weird stuff. It's very niche, okay? Yeah. Bulk materials, neon pens. See, I reckon I just need to go back to it, because look at this, mats and blades, right? So, engraving tip, cutting tip, deep point blade. So there's all these different blades, and this is one of the things I didn't like. And when I first saw it, I was like, oh man, they've turned it into like a role play game where there's like, you got to upgrade your gear, and it's like, oh. Here, let me have a look at this blade here. Shush. I'm in charge. Alright, what's this? Is it adjustable? It is not adjustable. It's sprung loaded. Strangely, it's sprung loaded down though. So like it's springing off the page, not onto the page. It works like one of those magic organizers from the 90s. You used to get these little pieces of plastic that had a tiny piece of metal in one corner, and you could like cut paper with them really quickly, because they were literally the piece of metal that was doing the cutting was exactly the size of the thickness of the paper. What the? Just making weird noises at me. Okay. Yeah, what a shame. I'll come back to that. Like I said, I'm like tempted to just ditch the thing straight away as a reaction, but I'll give it another shot, guys. I'll give it another shot. You know, sometimes it just doesn't work on the first run. So yeah, this is the... No, I was using light grip. Yeah, so I came with this, the light grip mat. So you essentially have a grip mat. You put the material on the mat. It kind of sticks to it, if I'm being completely honest. But there's no glue, but it kind of sticks to it because of the type of whatever material it is, which is really weird and annoying. Because it means that when you want to take the paper off, it curls the paper. You know, it rolls it as you try to take it off the material. It's kind of like, what? I don't know if that's the intention, but yeah, it didn't work. Yeah. Okay. Enough of this nonsense anyway. So I've got my workflow for making my props. That's the main thing. Just trying to see now. Hopefully next time we'll actually have the new viewer ready so I can like switch stances. At the moment I'm just sat down right now. That is pretty much what we're looking at. So don't forget, the news website is now up, vestig.originai.com. There won't be another news post for 6 hours, but they spread out over the day. So every day you can check out the news. And I zoom in on it so I can read it easier, but you know, that's up to you. We've got all these different AI categories. You can just filter out the ones you want. At the moment, it's a brand new site. It's only been up for 3 days, so obviously the older articles were like built-in testing. But I think it does about 6 posts every day. Roughly speaking, it will do about 6 posts a day. And over time, it'll just give me news to read out on the show because I want to do more news in season 3. That's pretty much the main thing. And then obviously, you know, looking at me here as I'm sitting here drinking my coffee. Steve, zoom in on me. We're finishing the show. All right. Back a bit, back a bit. You need to get it all in the shot. Yeah? Is that good? Ah, it'll do. All right. So basically, guys, thank you very much for watching. That is episode 292. We have been doing an every other day sort of schedule while we're rebuilding the format and getting ready for season 3. So that means there won't be a show tomorrow. There will be a show on Friday. And then we take Saturday off, Sunday on. And I think then what I do is I double up Monday so that, you know, we do Sunday, Monday back to back, but otherwise it's alternate days. I'm going to put a schedule up in the pings so people can see what it is, but this will be just for the last 2 weeks until we hit 300 because I've got to build a whole bunch of stuff. If you're interested in seeing what that looks like, don't forget to drop by the Discord after the show and look forward to new music because the last of the albums made it in the Exodus from Udio. So might even be working on a little bit of that. We'll see. So thank you very much, everybody. As always, it's my pleasure to be here. And we're looking forward to the next season. So thanks again. And I'll see you all next time.